All right. Hello. Oh, hello, Spider. So, I haven't played Slay the Princess since before the Pristine Cut, so I have no clue actually what the new content is. I know I have a friend who has already re 100%ed the game. Uh, like I think like 3 days after the Pristine Cut came out, and I just didn't. So let's just jump back in.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Wonderful.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, let's go for... Let me just check something fast. Okay, good. I'm used to their... Every time I hear that, I can only think Alicorn. Fair. Yeah, can't somebody else do it?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Alright, just silently continue at this point.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Sounds like a you problem.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ah, yes, our multiple personalities.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, take it for now.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement
I like that our
creaks
hand
open,
changes to a little
revealing
knife.
a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Let's not go that far.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I have a track record of going for fuel with manipulation. Let's go.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Don't have to say anything yet.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh. Yeah, fuck it.
Then drop the knife.
Yeah, nuh-uh. I'm not here to slay you.
It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare.
Fuck you,
It's
narrator.
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming.
What do you mean by do it, Spider? Do you mean murder or do you mean save? Because we kind of got to make a choice. Oh, drop it. Okay.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
This feels safe.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
He is judgmental and rude.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
What's a good relationship without a little bit of spice? And bringing a knife to slay you, that's spice, right? Okay, maybe not that. Let's, Yeah, what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Can you set her free? We can try. Yeah, how long have you been
Too
here?
long.
Again, not a lot of detail.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Yeah, that's true. We only know him as the narrator.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
We'll try to let her
You
go.
have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Yeah, no.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah, if there isn't a key, you got any
Well,
bright
You do
ideas?
have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Alright, fine by me.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
No shit, hero.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. We should never have trusted the narrator.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade
this is
against
fine.
the princess's arm. Just
Don't worry
above
about
the
our
massive, unyielding
Don't worry
chain.
about our reptile arms and the fact that she does not have any
You
reaction.
cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Narrator, you bitch.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, I second the hero.
Watch me.
Nope, Warner.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Okay, thank you.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Yeah, I hope so. Oh,
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
it's kind of hot.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the
Something's
end.
probably wrong with this spider, but it's fine.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, it was kind of worth it.
You're on a path.
We don't have to think about
in
it,
the
true.
woods, And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, but I
I
died.
assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Okay. Somebody's a little antsy. Yeah, I
forget
don't
what
care
you did
about
to
the
us
world.
last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his
The skeptic!
There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Yeah, we will find a way. Yeah, if I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen, why would I ever listen to you
Those are
again?
two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Very specific point, actually.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt.
He
If I
is
did
indeed gaslighting.
practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it.
What?
I'm a professional, after all.
I'm sorry, you probably deserved it. God damn.
Sure you are.
Thank you, skeptic.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like
That's
you're
not-
making
that's
the
not how I
dangerous
sound,
assumption that
narrator.
Your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
The narrator's really mean. Yeah, said something really mean, but also I'm a professional in the same
What
sentence,
do you
yeah.
mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
We'll figure that out later.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
If she brought the end to everything and everyone, we wouldn't be here unless if, I don't know, multiverse?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
That is also possible?
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts. A warning before you go any further.
You've already
She
said
will
this.
lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Like that he had to say wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Yes, he did.
No, I didn't. Wink.
I fucking love this skeptic.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought
We can
iron
try.
bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Nope, not what I wanted to do. There we go. I forgot right click is a menu. What's that mirror about?
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
You blind.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the
Okay.
cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Good point, skeptic. Good watching out. Let's leave the
I'm afraid
blade.
I'm going to insist we take the blade.
Man.
We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that. Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't... Peachy, we'll be fine. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult
I
to slay
hand
the
it
princess
over.
and save the world without a weapon. Thanks. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
At least this is actual, like, stonework.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
Possibly.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
That's the first thing on the table.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close.
Yeah, almost like they added
holding
more
up one
chains.
shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Freedom? Yeah, am I one of the members that was
Are
here?
we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
You know, narrator, you could just be quiet. That's
It's
an option.
complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Alright, thank you, narrator.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Good point, skeptic. Welcome in, Bellamy. And yes, slay the princess.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Okay, existential crisis, fun.
That's pathetic.
Skeptic, rude but true.
I never said I wasn't.
Narrator, depressing.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
It's not a lot of times that's useful.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
Oh, okay, the narrator works for the CIA, got it.
I won't. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Yeah, what happened after I died?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Fun.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
To be fair, probably.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Yeah, what do you want?
Let me borrow that knife.
I don't know about that one.
Don't worry. You'll get it back.
That's ominous.
I mean, can't really
But she
get
seems
to me.
confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Nah, it'll piss off the narrator. We're doing
Though
it.
if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Thank you, Skeptic. I'm down to do whatever the narrator
Let me help you.
down to
We'll start with
do
the cons.
doesn't want.
If you
Okay, yeah.
hand
Do
her
whatever the
weapon,
narrator doesn't want us
cons
to do.
are
Got
that
it.
She might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Well, you kind of forced her hand the first time.
Doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
Well, in your opinion.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Okay, have the knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, you've already tried to take over, buddy. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
Not really. We come
A
back.
little?
Hero.
I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing?
Freeing herself.
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Alright.
Ah, her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
Like I said, vertebra
I'll be damned.
instead of vertebrae.
Actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Well, I'm assuming she's not dead.
So that's her play. Killing herself?
Something like that.
She isn't dead yet. Finally,
Oh.
you hear a snap. Her eye twitches.
Okay, could have been wrong.
There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder,
Oh,
and
wonderful.
her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
She's some supernatural something. She'll be fine.
Oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me
we
can
cannot
put it back.
put it back.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Cool. Okay, I want to leave the cabin with the head.
So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You know what, Skeptic? You are the sole voice of reason here.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed. And now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
I don't
I'm a
want your
pious
reward.
man.
I'm a
No
pious man.
temptation can stray me from the path of God.
Count Frollo, there is an extra thick gypsy girl outside with no shoes on.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's
Yeah, I'm
severed
also with
head,
the skeptic on
its
this
neck
one.
stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
I love that the narrator doesn't understand.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
Don't say anything, skeptic.
She didn't. She's dead.
I'm sorry.
But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal?
Possibly.
The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
With a princess head.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Yeah!
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already
Oh, bye, narrator.
over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Yeah. Trust.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Oh, bye. You don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I'm pretty sure she's gone.
There's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Let's just approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Yeah, the mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
Well, we either sit here in nothingness or
You're
go to
right.
the mirror.
Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Fun. Oh, it's us! You! We're just a little guy. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. But it doesn't sound quiet here. Hello, bonfire of arms?
Something finds me.
Okay,
in the
fucking
long
Bloodborne
quiet,
villain.
and
Cool.
brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Sure. That's a rude question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
That's a very cryptic non-answer. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Thank you?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Okay. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Yeah, what did you mean the gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and
It is not,
fibers to
but
feel the
it took
worlds
the
beyond.
princess.
Perspectives to make my own.
Okay, so we're giving you different I guess, perspectives on just life, the princess, existential
This one is cold
stuff.
and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
Oh, that's an optimistic observation.
Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Let's ask anyway. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay, so Eldritch Abomination, got it. Were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Kind of. Yeah, chicken or the egg scenario. Yeah, what happens now? I'm done
Nothing,
talking to you.
as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
So we do hold power over perception here. That's interesting.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Cool. Huh. Yeah, I was technically sent to stop you from ending the world, so is that your end goal?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Okay, we're getting into just like... I mean, that's true. Nothing in the world can truly be destroyed. So, technically, the end of the world doesn't exist. It's just a continuation of something new. Let it be. Yeah, you can't destroy matter.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Aw.
You won't.
Oh. Oh, now I'm sad.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of
For
the world.
Gorgon. Alright, so... Is there anything new, or did we completely forget? Nope, everything is the same.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, same old from them.
The interior of the cabin is almost entire. The blade is your...
Okay, same thing there. Let's leave the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
A lot softer than last time.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Okay, maybe let's not go that far.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
think I'm here to slay you. No, let's, Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Beautiful people can do awful things.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Can try.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
So we need to give that whatever is the princess or a part of the princess, we need to give it more experiences. Betrayal's a pretty crazy experience.
Okay.
I'll go check upstairs.
I'll be here. Good luck.
Oh, but she's so
You
nice.
attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
You
Try the door.
but it's locked from the outside.
Okay, yeah. No point in yelling.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Betrays again.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a
Yep.
slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh.
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth
That's-
tearing through her limb with the
yeah.
determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you.
That's
The clang
yeah,
of
that's an
outside.
option.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it
27
made its way
days
down
to
here,
what?
but there's a time to strike. It's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Oh wait, is it 27 days till Wilds?
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save?
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged,
We can just say
self-inflicted
that's
wound
jam.
on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Oh, okay, I forgot about that movie. Yeah.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, that's fine.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as
Look,
her
she's
gaze
so
meets
happy.
yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah, let's leave.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You folded real quick, hero.
You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
No.
I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
This is just a lover's quarrel, it's fine.
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right?
It very much can.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of you're here to slay.
Okay, same there. Just yelling she's gonna kill me again. Talking to him doesn't really do much. We already saw that, so...
A warning before you go any. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry.
Ooh, the
Trust us to get
opportunist.
the job done. The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
She'll probably call us out on it.
That's not actually a bad idea. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward,
All right,
rub
disappearing
your hand
mirrors
against
again.
the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Fun. I hate underground stuff because I'm claustrophobic. I don't like
The air
it.
smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Can't help it. I already like this one. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
He is indeed making it worse.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Mina, what, Mina? Also, Spider gets it.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Yeah, we can try.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Fair.
You need to stop.
Yeah, the world can end.
Your
She
task
seems
is
nice.
to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
She does indeed have a tail. That's interesting.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yeah, well, yeah, kill somebody, kind of know them, just an alter reality, yeah.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
I also like the opportunist.
Is it all behind us?
It is now.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Rude. Yeah, well, we can apologize. It is an
Smart.
interesting
Let's
lore drop from the
apologize, get us
narrator.
back on the right foot.
It is interesting about his world is on the line, is what he specifically states.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Thank you.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Alright. I get the sense you're not happy with me. Could it have been the stabbing?
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back?
Says the
You'll
monster.
have to try
Yes.
harder than that.
Okay, yeah, we're at an impasse. Neither of us really are gonna trust each other.
Just because I'll never trust you doesn't mean I won't use you to get what I want.
Fair.
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
Okay, we can cut you out again.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins
Oh.
as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find
Give
a
her
way
the
out.
knife.
Now stop her.
That's actually an option. Why do I feel like that's an awful idea? let's do it anyway. It's a gesture of goodwill.
You can't be serious.
I am, narrator.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? As do I. Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Yeah, it's not a democracy.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's
There you
feet.
go. Have it.
She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
Bad decision making and
taking one
oddly
cautious
trust.
step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
It's actually kind of fair. I chose last time. Both scared and we're both hurting. That's probably the worst option, just going for appearance. And I see Spider is for that option. Got it. Let's go for we're both scared and we're both hurting. And yeah, we are probably going to kill each other forever. And let's try and break that
Her
cycle.
shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And
Oh,
then
okay.
She buries the blade in your heart. What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You.
The princess
Aw.
seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ooh, a chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay,
Can't
the woods
believe
look,
she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument.
Okay, opportunist. Yeah, I know.
Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything.
The smitten.
You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
We should listen to this man. He's smart.
Ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more. Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Okay, I kind of hate that answer, but
Well, if we're
yeah,
lucky,
let's just keep going.
it's a journey to love.
You got the right idea, Smitten.
She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death.
Yeah, that's... yeah, if somebody hesitated and then continued to stab me, I would also go... Who knows, they might be catching
Maybe she'll be as
feelings.
keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
Alright.
Oh, are you now?
Yes.
Great. So you've
You are
obviously
outnumbered.
been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Yeah, narrator does have amnesia. We don't actually need to say anything.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin.
I'd rather the narrator
clear
not
where
know
everyone
what we're
stands at this point?
thinking.
I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a
Rude.
threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world.
I also hate the
You know
narrator.
what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Well, we kind of gave her the knife.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she?
Probably, I don't know.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
It's a good answer. Good answer.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Okay.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features.
You know what? The Smitten is my new favorite.
It went away when we touched it last time. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you.
Not a fan.
Their spines
I don't
point
like
courteously
this.
down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
Let's just say we really want to talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Oh, she's so sad.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Oh no. Yeah, we're not here to laugh. We're gonna actually try and free you this time.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
I'm also trapped here.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
That's fair.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
That is also true. Yeah, we're not gonna just reach for it. Can we take
Her eyes
it?
briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
Yeah, special. We'll use that word.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out,
No.
slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2.
You don't get a vote.
You don't count. And why
Stab her.
shouldn't he?
Stab her. Stab her.
No. No. How dare you?
Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Yes. What a good idea. Let's cut her free.
There was an option there for just saying I just wanted my knife back and walking away.
Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision.
Yeah, he's the opportunist. Of course he can.
I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her.
All right, we can keep the opportunist.
Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero.
It won't slip.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody.
That's
I think I've been on
amazing,
your
calling
side
the
of all
narrator
this
a
since the
nobody.
beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
This is the best, having the narrator be so pissed.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Oh, that's an option. Okay.
Can we actually do that?
No, you can't. Absolutely not. You know as well as I do that we can.
The smitten for the win.
And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we?
And the opportunist.
If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge.
Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss?
You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now?
Kind of a cheap explanation, but
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine.
You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection.
better.
Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us.
It doesn't
Yes,
matter
hero.
either way, because this is good stuff.
And yes, Smitten, you are correct.
I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
The power of love?
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns
I
can
was-
stop us?
I was joking.
Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Okay, yep,
Step
power
into
of
the thorns
love.
covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
The world is a cruel place, narrator.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
We only had to kill each other and then trust. Step into freedom.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
Narrator, let us be happy.
What do we do now?
Oh, that's a good question.
Where's everything going?
Don't worry about it.
Why is it so cold?
Oh. Oh, hi, hands. Goodbye.
She's gone.
Okay.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Yeah, just trust me. We've been through this before.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Okay, kind of.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? They think it's bad. I'm with them.
Yeah, I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it. Finally. We're going places.
Okay. They're gone again. Oh, we've grown. The long quiet. Okay, the arm bonfire again.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Okay, so what do you think
Whenever
about this
you are
experience?
I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Yeah, how much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Okay, so you're more just learning. God, that's dark. Yeah, why have you been kind to us?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Okay, actual just kind answer. God. Yeah, do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Okay. Yeah, when I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay, fair. I'm ready.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her. If you don't,
Okay, same old, same old.
you make your warning. She will. We're not going to go. Ignore him.
Okay, yeah, exactly the same. So we're just back to the loop.
The interior of the blade. You take
Well, let's do something drastic.
the door. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Something like that.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Sorry, Spider.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your
Pain.
blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
For now.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Oh, not in the slightest.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it?
We have to give
She stopped breathing moments ago.
the main,
That
I don't know,
arrogant
Eldritch
look still
Princess
plastered on
more
her face.
experiences.
But is it over? Really over?
Yeah, she's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Because we have.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes
Narrator,
ago,
you can go
the
fuck
only
yourself.
thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Oh, hell no.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Ooh, a plan.
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
There is nothing to do here. Nothing about this is
Do
wonderful.
you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Yeah, anything to get out of this.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard
the
to
cold.
kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
No.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No, thank you.
Feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Okay, the mirror just disappeared.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the
This
floor.
one was called
its
the
wrists
Spectre.
Still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Don't worry about it, narrator. Ghost wife.
Ghost? Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Possession?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Understandable.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to.
I don't think you understand
I
how
don't even need
ghosts
a
work.
blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe?
Well, maybe not beg.
Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Already said no begging. Yeah, do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be. 。
Yeah, where are you supposed to be?
Home.
Again, cryptic.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel
Oh,
it
you can
calling to
hear
me
the
from
voices.
someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Can we make it up to you?
Of course there is. You can give me the only thing I've ever
Oh,
wanted.
hello, Lupercal.
A way out of this basement. The place won't let me leave. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine.
Yeah, no.
Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
That is also true.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Possession?
After all, you own me.
Okay, I'm a little less interested in possession.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
Yes.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in,
We
there is
do
very little
kind of
anyone
owe
can
her
do
for
to stop
stabbing her in the heart.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
She already answered you, hero.
Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like
Let her get to the narrator. I need this. Okay. Yep, sounds great.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Oh boy.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Nope, too late.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
It's fine.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Okay.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Huh?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
Oh. Shatter. So they are just different personalities of us.
A voice?
I mean, that's kind of what I thought at the beginning anyway, but...
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
That is oddly true.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
That is a fair point.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Yeah, aspects of personality.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, they don't. They're very rude.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Narrator, I hate you.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Very interesting.
That's rude.
It's true.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground.
Hit him with
The
not a
princess is
person.
nowhere to be seen.
Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
This just makes me want to do it more,
You
narrator.
don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably. Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
This is all fine.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
If only you knew.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
Into the ground.
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Interesting perspective. Can we please get up the
Against
stairs?
backdrop
Okay,
of
there
the
we go.
inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't. You're right. Maybe he doesn't have power here. Or it's just the specter could just be stronger.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
And whine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen. You
We're
continue
leaving.
slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
Oh, how kind. I don't know. I guess we'll figure out if this is our body or
You
not
lift your
later.
shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough,
Bad writing.
was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Oh, he's gone.
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
He's dead. Good.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
Kind of.
We're still here.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of it?
Hero, stop breaking my brain.
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out. Anna, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I meant to be.
Nope. Goodbye.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
You're gonna ask that every
Is
time,
that
aren't
a-
you?
Mirror. Why is it here? Why now? This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
No, it's
Ignore
fine.
him. You have to look.
Oh, we're melting. Or withering. Oh, that's not good. Alright, back to the arm bonfire.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Interesting.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
This just feels like an eldritch being gaining an actual personality for the first time, or like, I guess, consciousness? Contradictions can technically exist, but I mean, yes, a contradiction physically can exist.
Bro, are you high? Let me check.
Oh god.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. I'm okay. And hydrate. Oh, and stretch. Okay, fine. I was in shrimp stance. I will de-shrimp. Yeah, what do you think of this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart.
Oh. That's actually nicer than I thought it would be.
No one's seen you for 6 months. I'm going to Coombe.
Again, that one was added just for you, Az. That's a good question. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you.
Damn.
You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Oh, brilliant, am I? I'm literally melting right now too, but it's fine. Yeah, do you have a preference? What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Oh, okay, true.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
Yeah, doesn't it change you that we keep hurting each other?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. If anything, it makes me like you more. You know what? Let's go for it.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
How many more vessels?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. I'm ready.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Your Honor, you're here to slay.
Okay. I have an idea.
You make your way up. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know.
Let's try to get to the position where the narrator makes us fight.
So, just chill out.
Entirely bare.
You know,
The
drink a
air is
7-Up,
stale and musty,
eat a moon
and the
pie,
floor and walls are
quit
painted
murdering
in a
people.
fine layer of dust.
We have to keep
The only furniture
murdering.
of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
We will take the blade.
Take the blade from
Did
the
you
table.
know that when you nacho
Fuck.
cheese on
Rather
chip,
difficult
on
to slay a
nacho,
princess
taste
and
chip
save the
nacho
world
cheese on you?
without it.
This is
Fuck.
because nacho cheese and taste chip on nacho cheese is reference to taste chip on your cheese.
You're gay.
Next! That was actually good timing.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a step. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if
Okay, let's
she's
try
the
being
one in charge
super
down here.
aggressive.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Look, narrator, it's not my fault that I like women who can kill me, okay?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall
Dude, kill
of the
me.
basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yeah, I think we've seen time and time again, she
Focus
kinda
on the
is.
task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Okay, let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward.
That should
to
have
speak
given
with the
her
princess
enough
face to
idea that
face,
we are probably gonna fight her.
unarmed.
will join the Black Templars! Oh mein Gott! Der Codex Astartes ist ein bunch of bullshit!
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish.
Oh, not the little
I can
German
assure
boy.
you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
What's a relationship without turmoil? No, not that one. Let's, Yeah, do you know why I'm here to kill
Do
you?
you?
Well, not really, but... nah. Yeah, you're apparently going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
I do not need to be bonked.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Fair.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No. Yeah, I was kind of hoping you would tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Well, you haven't seen the last timeline.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Nothing, actually.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Well, it may not be worth anything, but that doesn't mean there isn't gravity to it.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk.
Her word does indeed mean more than the narrator.
All for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Okay, you've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here. Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's someone
I
else.
have a knife.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key,
Well,
cut you out?
You do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about you attempt to make your way out. Someone
We've
else
been here before.
to make your way easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh, I almost clicked the wrong one.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an
Okay.
arm? It's like she wasn't
So,
even bothered.
resisting the narrator at this point gave us the prisoner.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
So now let's just have an all-out brawl with this
You
version.
won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Just looking at us like, bitch, really?
Are you serious?
Similar.
I don't know what came over you.
Yes, there
But if
is,
we're doing
but
this,
we've already
I guess I'll
resisted,
have to kill
and
you.
we cannot resist, because if we resist, or we've already resisted once, you can't redo choices.
Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can. beat
Because
you to
we've
death
also
with
stabbed
one.
her when she was trusting, but this is the skeptical version.
But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Slay the princess.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it.
Okay.
She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade, pathetically.
Oh, my wrist.
She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now, adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves.
Okay.
You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again. Every
Oh,
blow
God.
is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to sleep.
Just proceed.
A warning, but she will lie, she will cheat, and we might as
Ooh,
well
the
just
broken.
pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
What's so wrong with that?
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Oh, poor broken.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It is changing a lot.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Okay, we don't need
No
the
blade
blade.
this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice.
Oh, the Broken is actually happy
It's
here.
still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Like to the narrator, I feel like you could have a finished basement and the narrator would still say killing you would be a mercy.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Alright.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there.
Spider immediately, okay.
Need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess
Big
towers
woman.
over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you,
Lady
it was
Dimitrescu.
pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
You?
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
Oh.
She's disappointed in us?
Oh, Broken, no.
Kneel.
No.
But the words
Okay.
don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Okay.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me.
Oh, we created a monster.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
I mean, that is true. To get true change, you do have to completely destroy the old.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you...
Bro, are you high?
Let me check.
Oh, again.
help me
Okay.
seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right.
You're gay.
We've been here
Next!
before. And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
Kind of. Broken
He's
here is
being
making a lot of
melodramatic,
sense.
But the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to
can
have
feel
to
it in
stuff
my
those
heart.
pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What happened to you after I
Know
died?
the limits of your privilege, little bird.
No.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, what would you have me do?
All you have to do is break these chains.
Ooh, someone
and
to
set me
ban.
free.
Oh, never mind. Automod got it. You're gonna hate me if I don't pledge myself to her. How about this? She said it was a fundamental truth. I am still curious what she says.
This isn't about desire.
Yeah, what she
This
is.
about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Okay, Spider, this one's for you.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
Thanks, hero.
No, you can't just give in to her, not when the stakes are so high, not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me.
Can you please get rid of him?
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Oh, fun.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond
Hey,
its limits.
do not use worm
trying
in a
to control
derogatory
things that
sense.
It can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh, narrator gone.
Rise, my little bird.
She used an O, not an E. Okay, correct.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Oh.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Okay.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Okay. Nope, she's gone. That's a lot of hands. Nor will you ever take her hand, God.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Just Spider, oh sad. I like that one.
Is that a...
Okay, back to the mirror. What's happening to us now?
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Cold, you got something to say?
I don't want
Or Broken?
to look at us.
You don't want to look at... Oh, wow, Broken. Oh. We're unraveling. Oh. Back to the bonfire of arms.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of... Do you know what we'll find out there?
No. She's got so big, yeah.
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart.
Okay.
Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Not true. How could a being that sees itself as divine mourn something small? Yeah, do you think that anything is real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Correct. Nothing is a paradox, so it can't exist. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Fair, okay, yeah. I don't feel like going down that road. What about... Yeah, how many more?
1.
Oh!
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Alright. Yeah, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Nice, nice.
You're on a path you're here.
Same old, same old. Let's get back to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
She will lie, she will cheat, yada yada.
This, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior blade is your...
Let's enter the basement without the knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of... Don't let it...
We have been here before. Let's be just super happy.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Stuck for like 3 days
Come
until you
downstairs.
die of
I want
dehydration.
to see the face of my rescuer.
Actually, now I'm thinking about it, she doesn't die from anything.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's beautiful. I am begging you to...
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even...
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess
Okay,
away down here intended
you're very
for her to
nice,
never
but I
see
need
the
you
light
to
of day.
chew your arm off
They
again.
want to-
Yeah, have any
Maybe
ideas?
there's some way to break the chains?
Oh no.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but there's someone else here.
We've been here before. Back to the
You
bottom.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a
Yep.
slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could
All right,
force our way
start
out of here
chomping.
together.
She barely
There you go.
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind. It's the blade from upstairs. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the... You cut into... The blade is sharp. Her
We've been through
limb
this
falls to
before,
the
but there's
ground. She
one
didn't so
distinct
much as utter
difference
a
we're gonna
sound
do.
through the- No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No,
Approach the locked
we
door.
won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, you're... Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
So
What
this,
are you doing?
if we were to stab, would get us to the witch. But what if we warn?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Okay, she still realizes we are ourselves. There's just something else.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
The right decision?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges
Okay,
it
neck.
into your chest,
Neck.
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead.
Stab again.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Stab again.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I think the narrator's mad.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Oh no!
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Damn.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, the damsel.
You're on a path in the woods.
Do we get the smitten again?
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Come on, smitten.
A warning. Before she will lie. If only you knew what
Yay!
you did to us, you villain. Excuse me? Forget he said anything.
The boy's
But
back.
he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time.
He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
You go, Smitten.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nope.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Oh, the first basement? He hasn't said it would be a mercy to kill her in? Huh.
But it's still a stone basement.
Oh, goddammit.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
What do you have against basements?
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the
Smitten
manipulation.
is indeed the biggest simp.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Okay, Smitten.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Is hero the word for what we are? That is a good point. That has been a key in a lot of them, actually, is that there's always some sort of opening.
Do you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero.
Yes, you are the voice of the hero. Yes, you are indeed a hero.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever.
Ah.
Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Oh, we're just wrecking timelines. Yeah, I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay. maybe
we won't
not
be
that.
laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Yeah, it is a little weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
She hasn't opened her eyes
No, you're
in a
right.
bit.
It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Don't think too much about it. No more questions.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You can do that?
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh, they were right about
Approach
the chain.
Princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Wonderful thought, narrator. You're such a great guy.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yeah, the power of love did make thorns literally disappear.
What do we do now?
Leave? What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Then you should be able to do what you want to
She doesn't even know
do.
what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
No, Mina, no.
You're so gullible.
No.
Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
That's not an answer. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Did you just
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me.
Hold on.
That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Yeah, there has to be something. Yeah, no, what would make you happy?
I just want to make you
Oh
happy.
boy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar.
Big anime eyes.
Starting to trust me now?
Yeah, there has to be something you
I
want.
just wanna
Oh
make
god.
you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Okay, well, clearly something's happening here and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? You have to want something more than just making me happy. You need your own thing. God, you have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Okay. That was oddly disturbing. Oh,
She was our perfect match.
it's okay, Smitten.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
Yeah, approach it. Let's see what we look like.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just...
Okay, same thing. So what do we finally look like after all this time? Nothing. You are nothing at all. Oh. Burb. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Yeah, are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh, narrator! How dare! Oh. Ah, the glass. Okay. Oh, did we finally regain our psyche? Huh. Yeah, what are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
Do you have bird teeth?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him.
He does indeed
Not that
leave
I'm
the world
only
as
one
bitter
who
as he
made
came
that
into
claim.
it.
I'm sure you've met many others like me.
So each question breaks a piece of him. Are you a part of... No, I think yeah, you wanted me to slay the
Because
princess.
among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
Okay, but destroying death causes different kinds of suffering. You can't just exist forever.
And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Yeah, you said she contains death. What is
The
she?
shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Okay. I feel like we already know the narrators are different, or a piece of themselves. That's not really too interesting. Oh yeah, if she's what people believe her to be, if she's purely perception, can I just will her into something else?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore.
Okay, fair.
And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
You still could have told me. I still don't like you, narrator. Yeah, death is important.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Yes, there is a horror to death. Death is terrifying, but death is technically not the end. It is the end of consciousness, but it could be, like, you still bring something to the world. There's still beauty in death. Cynical Birdman. If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
Says the Echo. Probably like 3 more. Yeah, what is this place? A construct, wonderful.
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
What is my true nature? Yeah, do you... No? Well, wait, that's... No. Hmm. You know what? That's all I have to ask him. Yeah. We are the Long Quiet, a vast and... What is that? Nascent? Oh, God. We're a god. It's finally time for us to wake up. Hmm. Bonfire again? Oh, no bonfire. There's nothing for you to find.
I can finally see
Oh.
you, and you can finally see me.
Hi.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Yeah, I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to
Immediately
capture that
Spider
which
wanting to go for I
capture.
missed you too.
They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Okay. So, I guess that's a good point. Names don't entirely make something what it is. Well, actually, yeah, let's get into that philosophical debate. What is a chair? that is a actual philosophical question, and it's purely the name. The name a chair is what gives a chair what it is, because if we named a chair a cup, it would now be a cup. It doesn't change anything. Like, words are power in a sense. Now, yes, you can then flip that and say, we know a chair usually has 4 legs, but yeah, exactly, it doesn't change what it does. So yeah, you're right, names don't inherently make something what it is, and sometimes names can't capture what something is, but they're very important.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Possibly?
When the echo spun us from 1 into 2, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Oh, so we were once one being. Interesting.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Well, I don't want to destroy you. I mean, death is essential. You're right, death leads to meaning. Because our lives would literally be meaningless if they had no end. But I don't know if I want to free you either. Yeah, you said I was passive in all this, but I'm the one making the final choice.
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts.
Okay, so you're basically saying that it doesn't matter. You are making a choice because we're technically the same or similar?
If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Ah, okay, fair. Still more stories, though, yes. Yeah, if all the roads would have led me down here, why did it matter?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
Okay, eldritch nonsense of you can't bring logic into a situation that defies logic because it's just a truth inherently. in the universe. Fine, I can accept that.
Violence and
Oh, boy.
passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. Your lover tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
Oh.
Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me.
True?
You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
Okay, you're trying to make us feel like a hypocrite. Not gonna work. Yeah, address this vessel statement directly. I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better if destroying you is... Oh, I don't want to destroy you, though. Maybe not that. Speak out life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. That's fair. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless
Okay, the
thoughts.
god.
A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark.
Correct, there is no light without the dark, but... just because in that moment... okay.
And offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation.
You used a power over us to control us. That's not
Only
true
with
devotion.
both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
That is true. Hope does carve meaning into being, but you don't bring hope. You bring domination, which is very different than hope. I reject you entirely. Reactors of the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. That's true. This has always just been about us, two people forced to hurt each other again and again and again, but we don't have to hurt each other anymore. What about this? Submitting you was... no. Yeah, none of those really do it for me. Let's keep going for shared humanity.
You fling into your emotion of pain and suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
Again, you're speaking truths, but you're speaking like half-truths.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
Fingers dance across your skin. I remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it.
Okay, the ghost.
I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
I mean... okay. That's probably the clearest one of just, yeah, without sin there is no redemption. That's actually probably a true statement, because you can't be redeemed if you haven't done anything wrong. Okay, without redemption there can be no sin. Oh, that's okay, yeah, do we just want to be an ass and flip it? Yeah, but without redemption there can be no sin.
Without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
God damn, hit us with our own logic again.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust.
Okay.
When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
Yes, but... okay, that one's actually pretty tough. There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality to the picture. Shared humanity. That's not true. If you were the whole of reality, you would have had the power to stop the narrator.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you found me, and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us. Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom.
Blind freedom worked, blind trust worked in that instance, but blind trust shouldn't be just given out.
Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop them from going astray?
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, actually, wait, we were just talking about this. Yeah, we are not the whole of reality. Why won't you see me the way I still see you? If I am truly a part of you and you are truly a part of me, you should still be able to see me how I see you.
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine?
Divinity is more of a human aspect. Does a truly powerful god call itself a god?
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion?
Oh, I love clinging to delusions.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything that isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
That's true. It's easy to believe in things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. That was an explorer, right? Yeah, let's do that.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
Spoken like a dictator. Yeah, what do you think happens if we leave?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Yeah, I don't want to kill you, but I don't want to set you free either. Yeah, this isn't the way.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now,
my schizophrenia is back.
do it alone.
Spider immediately. What would happen if you set her free? If we set her free, the universe dies, but a new one is created. Yeah, you actually have no idea how good it is to hear you, hero.
Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Oh?
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Ready as I can be.
Then let's go.
Oh. Storyboard.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started.
There are a lot of people outside the windows.
Do you need me to describe things?
No.
No
We can
blade
just
it
enter
is.
the basement.
I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Yeah, we'll sit. It is oddly good to see the real you, I'm assuming?
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
Of course. Yeah, sorry I've hurt you.
The first time we met, I cut your throat open. If anyone should be apologizing for anything, it should be me. You're only trying to help.
You know, when she puts it like that...
Yeah, now that we're at the end of everything, do you have a name?
I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, Hero works for me.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
Of course you do, Hero. Yeah, I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit.
Fair.
Just like this cabin.
Yeah, none of this was ever really fair.
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
Oh. Yeah, what happens if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
Don't know, but wouldn't hurt to try. You know what? Actions speak louder than words. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't... Always wanted to leave with you, I just didn't like being a god. Yeah, it doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I wanted.
You know what? Yeah, I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Thanks, Hero. Are you sure, though?
Yeah, it wouldn't feel right. But I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be alone for long either. I'm sure I can find the others.
Tell the Smitten he was right. In his own weird way. Energy in the silence, huh? So what now? All the people are gone. Crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's gonna be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen.
It's true.
If it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Positive mindset. Spider, are you gonna shank me if I don't pick the first option? I'm waiting for a response because I don't want to be shanked. Yes, okay.
I love you too. But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
That's it. That is the game. That was good. I'm very happy with that. Let's find a channel to raid. Because this was a little shorter, but I think it's fair. I did like an 8-hour stream. Yesterday, so I'm a little tired. No, thank you for watching. This is a very deep game. It demands a lot of well, asking people to basically sit through so much existential dread. It is a very fun game, and there's so much more to it. But yeah, we're gonna raid Lyoko. Okay, thank you all for coming here. I will be back on Monday.